In the early morning hours of December 23, 2009, Executive Director of the Gifford School, Mike Basicus, received a phone call that the Fenn Center on campus was burning rapidly to the ground.
I saw the flames on 128 when I was driving here from my home.
By the time Basicus arrived, 60 firefighters from 9 different communities were putting out the flames and trying to save the surrounding buildings.
I've never seen so many pieces of equipment, hoses all over the place.
The 20-year-old building was gone. The fire was caused by a defective stove pilot. Watching it burn to the ground from the sidelines were the men who built the building back in 1991. Mike Basicus, John Hall of Chapman Construction, and Bob Fenn, a board member at the Gifford School.
I was crying because I put all of myself into the building. I didn't know that. I didn't know I left myself at the building the way I did.
Without hesitation, Basicus knew Chapman Construction would be the company to build the new building.
I love those guys. They are just a pleasure to work with and fun to work with, smart, creative.
Chapman's creativity comes in many forms. By helping their clients build a green building they can afford. That means working with the architect and the subcontractors, and by keeping an open book policy to make sure the client knows exactly where their money is going.
Not only cutting their own profit, but also really holding all of the subs' feet to the fire and making sure that this was a good bang for the buck.
And everybody knows exactly what is going on and how much it's going to cost and who's doing the work. And it's all above board, transparent, and it's done the right way.
The loss of the original Fenn Center was a devastating blow to the Gifford School. Their community center was gone. But the new Fenn Center has brought the community back together with a bigger, better, and greener center, with better lighting, plumbing, and heating systems, a bigger gym, an expanded culinary arts program, a health office, new science and computer labs, a greenhouse, and a brand new music and drama studio that is helping students come out of their shells.
Has been an amazing, amazing way to access a lot of kids, not just for enrichment, but really to help them express themselves, to help them develop group skills, to help them do all kinds of things.
Another school who benefited from Chapman Construction's expertise in building a green building is the Learning Center for the Deaf in Framingham. The 17-building campus now has 2 buildings by Chapman, with the latest, the Early Childhood Center, that was completed in May of 2011.
People say it is the centerpiece of our campus now.
Originally wanting to build a LEED Silver certified building, Christopher Huggins and Chapman soon realized that some elements had to be scaled back or eliminated without affecting the overall goal of having a green building on campus. But one aspect of the building had to remain.
The envelope was very important, so it's insulated above and all around very well.
The building also contains energy-efficient lighting, low-flow plumbing, a southern exposure, low VOC paint and carpeting, and the best part is that it is a deaf-friendly building.
Go down the hallway. First of all, the ceiling is high, so there's a sense of spaciousness. There's a little wider hallways. And then when you're looking into classrooms, there's a lot of glass showing, so that you can actually stand in the hallway and look to your right and see what's happening in that classroom, look to the left, see what's happening in that classroom. And so that deaf people who want to be able to see each other can have a greater view of their environment. And through sign language, they can communicate much better because they can see each other much better.
Staff and students alike enjoy the new building, and Huggins says he would hire Chapman instantly for any new projects.
They're a wonderful company, and I'm one of their biggest advocates because it's really 3 projects that I've had them do for me, and every one has worked out fantastically.
While these 2 clients of Chapman Construction will work with them in the future, Chapman employees feel the same about working at Chapman. Located in Newton, Chapman Construction came in 7th as one of the best places to work by the Boston Business Journal in 2011. This is the 2nd time Chapman has won this recognition. Started 28 years ago by John Hall, The company grew from using his bedroom as an office to a state-of-the-art green facility on Winchester Street with 55 employees, most of whom have been there between 10 and 20 years. It's Hall's dedication to his employees that, in turn, his employees are dedicated to him.
Your people are what make your company, and inspiring them to do great things and treat their job like it's more than a job is really the key.
Hall says his inspiration comes from always looking 5 to 10 years down the road on how to be more progressive, and his employees agree.
He never stops pushing. He never stops advancing the company. It's one of the things that I have always found both frustrating, because just about the time I think I'm finished doing a job or doing a task, John will ask me to take it to another level. So there's an expectation here that you're going to perform at a very high level, and even when you think that you've arrived at that level, John does not necessarily think you're there. So I found that really attractive.
But it's not all work at Chapman. There are many ways for employees to connect with one another through fishing trips, summer parties, or even hanging out on the roof deck, which in turn makes for a better work environment.
It makes you want to help everybody out. I mean, I think you really know the people. You know what they're probably they might be going home to. You know, I think it just makes you want to work even harder and help the guy sitting next to you or the gal sitting next to you even more.
And Hall wants his employees to be the best they can be so he can have a sustainable future with Chapman.
If I had employees that were disgruntled or not happy or, didn't work the way they do together, I'd be down on the Cape maybe working on my vegetable garden or something.
Jen Adams, Newton News, Newton Highlands.